Hey team, welcome to 2020. We're starting the year big and big black bang. Ta-da. Doesn't get much bigger. Perfect family car, started its life early 90s off memory. Since then it has been a camper van, it has been a taxi, it has been a ute, aka Becky in South Africa. They've done everything possible with them. Where the Land Cruiser doesn't go, one of these can. What we're looking at is the facelift version, also known as the T5 2-liter diesel, and this is the Mac Daddy of them. This is the 180 horsepower by TDI. Have a look inside. Highly modifiable platform. You can see why they use them for camper vans and everything else. It is basically a brick with substantial aerodynamic issues. It can fit just about everything in here. In UK, this is the most popular car, I think, after Transit, for modifying as a workhorse. Plumbers, electricians, everyone else uses them. Why? Very easy to drive, handles like a car. They actually share a lot of parts with Golfs and Passats. So you have a road car with capacity of taking literally half of your toolbox with you and everything else in between. Power-wise, 180 horsepower, about 400 Newton meters of torque. Everyone complains about the same thing. They do feel like they're moving, but it's a little bit more. We're about to get about, I would say, 25-30 horsepower and 50-60 Newton meters of torque on this thing. Let's have a look. Back in the car. Apologies for beeping. We have handbrake engaged to lock the rear wheels in place. 145 starting. Let's have a look what we get out of this. Very cute. 110 kilometers exceeded. Should be about 165. 166, spot on. Alright, let's have a look what's 166 horsepower at the wheel means. Before we get to horsepower, as always on diesels, torque is what you're interested in, especially on a massive car like this. We have started with a peak point of 249 foot-pounds, at the same point 262, but this is not the exciting part. The exciting part is how it drives. What do you see? This line here is what you would usually feel on the road as well. It's sort of like a double hump. It's pretty annoying because if you go to overtake anyone, it feels like the car falls on its face. Blue line is after the tune, so as you can see all the way through, it just holds for a lot longer. And right at the point where you would used to run out of that pulling sensation, you're actually up 48.7 foot-pounds of torque. And just a quick scroll through here, we got 12, 40, 51, 55, 43, 31, 19, and then tapers down. That's torque, foot-pounds at the ground. So horsepower, here we go. 99 over 89, so about 10 gain through there. 2 seconds. There we go. So about 5, 8, 20. As I said, this is the mid-range. This is where most of the driving is happening. Through here, you have 28, 37, 39, so about 40 horsepower up. While the difference of 145 and 166 doesn't sound like much, you should really see at which point the differences are, because as every dyno graph out there will only give you 2 marks, the peak points. Detailed explanation like this tells you where your chunk of power is gained. That's it for today. We're gonna send this thing on the way to our service center for a couple of bits and pieces that needs doing, and hand it over to the customer. Take care.